I live in a mother-daughter house with my sister. For those unfamiliar, it's a two-floor house with two separate living spaces, each with its own kitchen. My sister lives downstairs, and I take the upstairs. My sister isn't home a lot because she often stays with her boyfriend, who lives 20 miles away. I'm 30 years old, and while I like to think I'm too old to get spooked being home alone, sometimes, it happens. This particular night was one of those times. I was alone in my living room, watching a scary movie. My part of the house has an open layout, meaning the living room, dining room, and kitchen are all connected. My couch is smack in the middle of the space. This layout means my back is to a large portion of the room while I'm sitting on the couch, something that can feel unsettling when watching a creepy movie in a dimly lit house. The only light in the room came from the flickering TV screen. As the tension in the movie grew, I found myself glancing over my shoulder more than once. I'd laugh at myself for it, but deep down, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't on edge. After the movie ended, I went about my nightly routine. I brushed my teeth, turned off all the lights, and climbed into bed. Sleep came quickly, but it didn't last long. Around 1 a.m. I woke up suddenly. At first, I wasn't sure why. Then I heard it. A voice. Downstairs. It sounded like my sister. Her voice was unmistakable, and it wasn't coming from outside. It was inside the house. My half-asleep mind struggled to process this. If she was home, why hadn't I heard her come in? Why hadn't she called out earlier? The voice called out again, louder this time. She was saying my name. Confused and groggy, I got out of bed. The hallway was pitch black as I stumbled to turn on the light. The glow from the hallway lights barely cut through the eerie stillness. I made my way through the living room toward the stairs, her voice urging me to come down. As I descended the stairs, the darkness seemed to press in around me. My pulse quickened. I tried to shake the uneasy feeling creeping into my chest, convincing myself it was just my sister. Maybe she'd had a fight with her boyfriend and come home late. What is it? I called out, my voice echoing through the house. No response. Her voice had sounded so real just moments ago. I reached the foyer and fumbled for the light switch. My fingers brushed against it, and the kitchen light flickered on, dim at first but slowly brightening. The soft yellow glow illuminated her small apartment. It was empty. Her living room, her kitchen, even her bedroom, no one was there. My sister was nowhere to be found. My heart thudded in my chest as I checked each room. Everything was in its place, undisturbed. The air felt heavy, like the house was holding its breath. I called out her name, louder this time, my voice cracking slightly. Silence. Then, from her bedroom, a noise broke the stillness. Something fell. The sound wasn't loud, but in the oppressive quiet, it felt deafening. My body froze. I had just checked her bedroom, it was empty. What could have made that sound? My mind raced, but my legs had a mind of their own. I bolted back upstairs, taking the steps 2 at a time. My heart pounded as I locked my bedroom door behind me. Grabbing my phone, I dialed my sister's number. No answer. I called again. Still nothing. Panic swirled in my chest as I sat there, phone in hand, trying to make sense of what I had experienced. I wanted to believe I had imagined it all. Maybe I had been half dreaming, still caught in the fog of sleep. Eventually, exhaustion won out, and I drifted off into an uneasy sleep. When I woke up the next morning, I saw a text from my sister. "Why did you call me at 1 a.m.? I replied immediately, asking if she had come home last night. Her response sent chills down my spine. No, I was at my boyfriend's house all night. I didn't know what to say. After hanging up, I went back downstairs to her apartment. I needed answers. I searched her bedroom, trying to find whatever had fallen the night before, but there was nothing on the floor. Nothing that could have made that sound. Everything was exactly where it should be. I've tried convincing myself that I imagined it all. Maybe I was overtired. Maybe it was a trick of my mind. But the voice, her voice, was so real. And that noise? That wasn't in my head. I've never had hallucinations or sleep disorders before. I've never experienced anything like this. But that night, in the darkness of my sister's empty apartment, something happened. Something I can't explain. And the thought of what it might have been chills me to this day.